Hi, we're at Wheelbase for the big demo weekend, the UK's largest MTB demo. And for the last 2 years, we've got a new addition to the big demo weekend, which is electric bikes. And Cube are leading the way with the mountain electric bikes. Really big range, huge sellers in Europe. It's taken us Brits a little bit more time just to get used to electrics on the trails, but it's certainly happening. And Cube has seen increasingly growing numbers of sales on electric bikes. Doing hardtails, full suspension we've got here, but they also do easy step-through bikes, a whole huge range of electric bikes, starting at 1800. So this is the stereo platform. This is Jarno. I'm just going to kind of run through a few key points on the hybrid range.
Yeah, well, this is what we got here is the Bosch system equipped stereo 140. We work with the Bosch system with the battery right here, the motor right here, which keeps all of the weight very centered and low.
Yeah.
So the bike does have a bit of an increase in the weight, but out on the trail you don't really notice it that much. I've seen people do pretty big jumps, wheelies, anything like you could do it on a normal trail.
It's all about getting the weight low down.
As low as you can get, and then actually it rails around the corners really quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Lots of people want to know the range, of course, and how fast it can go.
Yeah.
Fast is about 16 miles an hour. That's the official limit.
Yeah.
And the range really depends between what type of riding you do and what setting you do. There's 5 different settings on assistance.
Yeah.
Roughly range between 15 miles up to 90 miles, with an average about 40-50 miles.
I mean, to put that into context here in the Lake District, we went out for a 2-hour ride. One of the guys was on one of these. He came back and he actually had half a battery left. So there is ample range, and it's depending on what power setting you got and how much assistance you're using. Yeah. So the battery's mounted on the frame here, and removable, is it?
Yes, of course. It's removable, so you don't need to charge it in the garage. You can just take it inside or anywhere else.
Yeah.
And also lifting up a bike on a bike rack is quite easy because you take about 2.5 kilos off.
Yeah. And this one features a new system from Bosch, which is a Nion head unit, isn't it? So GPS navigation, quite a few other fancy features on here.
The Nion system is actually really next level. It pairs with your mobile phone through Bluetooth. There's several apps available for like fitness apps, and also it includes the sat-nav function, so you'll never get lost again.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we were just having a discussion before about what kind of customers you find. You find a great variety of customers, I think, for electric bikes.
Yeah, the more and more people use them, the more and more people get on them, the more different user groups we're actually finding. It starts out with the obvious, the person who's a bit less fit or a bit older, that still want to go out on the trails but normally don't have the leg power to. But we've also sold bikes to race organizers who don't want used motorbikes on the trail, but they want to be zipping around. We got a first aid crew who've ordered a couple.
Okay.
And it's also for photographers.
Yeah.
They've got lots of heavy kit on them, and this makes life a lot easier for them as well. And sometimes you have a husband and wife. Wife can't keep up, or husband can't keep up. Depends on it depends on the couple. But it really brings different kind of riders together.
And the shocks, are they tuned to handle the additional weight on the bikes?
Yes, we work together with Bosch, Bosch and German company, together with Cube, of course. So they're actually not situated too far from each other, and they work really extensively together on making the bike be integrated completely with the system. So it looks like a normal stereo, but the tube sets are different, the rocker arms are different, and also the suspension settings are fine-tuned to cope with the extra weight on the bike.
Okay, yeah. So we've got these at our demo, and there's also Cube demoing around the UK this year, so I'd certainly definitely recommend checking out the Cube. They call it electric range hybrid, so anything with Cube hybrid, that means electric. So thanks very much, Jarno. Thank you.
Okay,
Cheers.
thank you. Bye.